Good morning there. How are you all this morning? Good to see you. I'm so glad you decided to join me this morning. Like to say hello to you, my family. Thank you for joining me this morning. Oh my goodness. I'm going to make sure I'm clear about what I'm saying to you today. You know, sometimes when we're talking and we're carrying on, it can become incoherent babbling. I'll be right back and we'll talk about that. Well, hello there again. This is Pastor Carzadean, and it is that time, that 949. Listen, this morning I'd like to just talk for a little bit. You can talk with me if you'd like. You can share some comments if you'd like. You can even share this with somebody if you think it's going to bless them or help them along the way. First of all, it's Monday, and this is Monday Matters. What matters? The things that matter, the things that help us get through the week. So this morning we're talking about incoherent babbling. Oh my goodness. What are you talking about? You know, many times when we're in conversations, I want to start this morning so we can get through the week being clear about what it is we're saying. And maybe we can help somebody make sure that they're clear about what they're telling you and you're clear about what you're telling them. Incoherent babbling. What are you talking about? You know, when something is incoherent, it's unclear. It really is delirious. Someone is speaking as if they have no idea what they're talking about. How many times have we sat in meetings or we sat in conferences and sometimes the speaker may be talking and you're looking at the person next to you and you're wondering, am I in the right place? Wow, that incoherent babbling. You know, when something is incoherent, again, it's unclear. It can be expressed in an incomprehensible way or something that's confusing. You know, many times we talk above people, even sometimes when we have to deliver a message or we have to, hey, receive a message, we feel like, what are you talking about? You know, it's not necessary to use the big terms. And one of the things I've always had issue with, me myself now, is the fact that people use acronyms when they're speaking to me. I don't know what you're talking about. I can't remember what AFG means or DCM all the time. Speak the words, be clear about it. So we're talking about that thing, incoherent babbling. You know, babbling is defined as what a baby does when they're trying to get their words out and they're trying to make sense of it. Makes sense to them, I'm sure, but does it make sense to us? It's actually a stage of development in a child's language acquisition. And during this time, babies are trying to form words and they're basically forming in them on what they are taking in, what they've heard. But their speech is not developed in a way that they can make clear what they're saying to you. Listen, and moms just pick them up and oh, goo goo gaga and this, that, and the other, and pretending that we know what they're saying. We really don't know. Incoherent babbling. You know, that's okay for babies. But when you grown up, when you begin to speak to others, when you want others to understand what it is you really need, what it is you really desire, where especially I'm going to talk to leadership just for a quick moment. When you're in a leadership position, you've got to make sure that you give a clear message. Now I'm going to tell you, as clear as you can make that message, there's still going to be somebody who takes it in as incoherent babbling. You know why? Because maybe their listening skills haven't developed to a place of being able to understand. You see, that thing can go both ways. And somebody saying, what are you talking about? Have you been in a conversation, even with somebody in your family or just a friend, and they're just talking and they're just talking, and you're going in your mind, huh? And the question marks, and you're trying to keep a straight poker face, as they call it. You know, in your mind, you're looking like, okay, yes. Even some of us have sat in church. We've sat under pastors or ministers or speakers or preachers, and they're talking. And in our mind, if we could show on our face what our mind is thinking, we're like, huh? What? What are you talking about? So with incoherent babbling, we need to make sure that we're not the person that's portraying it, that we're making the message clear. Because sometimes when we confuse the message, hey, we confuse the person and the goal of what that message is supposed to bring. It doesn't happen. Wow. You're given a task. And if the task isn't clear, if the message isn't clear and understandable, hey, you can mess that task all the way up. Do you hear me? Some people have lost their jobs because of incoherent babbling, because the person that was supposed to tell them what to do and how to do it wasn't clear on the instructions. So when things are unclear to you, when you're receiving something that comes across and you're saying, what? Listen, you be brave enough and bold enough to say, look, I have no idea what you're saying. I really don't understand how to get this done. You're going to have to speak up this week so that especially those of you on your jobs are getting it done right. Hey, you know sometimes that incoherent babbling causes us to miss all kinds of stuff. Promotions don't come through. Hey, recognition never happens. And you're saying, I am working myself over here. But for some reason, the message wasn't clear and you're not clearing it up. You're not making sure it's done right. So listen, that incoherent babbling, that what are you talking about kind of thing will mess us up every time. You know, one of the things we need to make sure we remember this week is clear expectations. What are the expectations? What is it I'm supposed to be doing? How am I going to get it done? Clear expectations will cause those incoherent babbling stages or state of minds to just dissipate. Hey, when you have clear expectations, you know what it is you're supposed to do. You know what it is that's supposed to be done. You know the goal of the matter, you see? But in that moment where you're going, what are you talking about? Just ask. Some of us walk away without asking. Some of us walk away without clearing it up. Let me give you these two scriptures to help you out. 2 Timothy 2:16 says this, but avoid worldly and empty chatter. Just babbling on, just going on. No reason, no rhyme, no cause. It says, for it will lead to further ungodliness. Well, I have to say it's going to lead to even more confusion. Proverbs 10:14 says this, wise men, hey, store up knowledge, but with the mouth of the foolish, ruin is at hand. So you see, this incoherent babbling can ruin things. It can mess things up. This empty chatter can cause you to go the wrong way when you really want to go the right way. But because you don't have clear direction on your map to where you need to get, listen, if you ask somebody for direction and they're going and go left and go, you don't have any idea what they're saying. And sometimes that's what it sounds like in our head. They may think they're speaking clearly, but going in, something is interrupting it. That signal is not clear. You need to make sure you speak up and say, hey, can we change the channel a little bit? Can we clear this thing up? There's some static happening. I need this thing to be clear to me so I can make my point and I can have an awesome week getting everything done that I need to get done. Everything you asked of me, hey, it's already done because there wasn't any incoherent babbling. Everything was clear and concise. You know what? That's my time, guys. My 9 for 9 with a little overtime. But I tell you what, I know my timekeeper is going to get me. But good morning, Stephanie. Good morning, Joe. Good morning, my Dina. Good morning, Eddie, my nephew. Good morning, Leslie. Come on home to me. Good morning, my son, Trey. Oh, my goodness. Hi, my niece, Bernadette. Wow, my family has turned up and turned out this morning. Good morning, my sister, Lawanda, and a happy birthday month continual to you. Oh, I see my pastor is here. I just wanted to take a moment and say, hey, good morning to you guys. I love you. I appreciate you. And I hope that that was clear and not done with incoherent babbling. Listen, I've got to go now. My time is up. But hey, so I can make sure I get my day started and I'm clear and concise, I'm going to start it not being negative, but I'm going to start it with this right here. My cup of, wow, positivity. Bless you. Hey, join me in a cup. Have a good day. I'll see you next time.